What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here today, bringing you another Hyundai A-League clash against arch rivals Melbourne Victory, who are currently the league leaders. And today I have some, well, I guess a bit of big news. Transfer window has just ended. Obviously the Phoenix, and I guess any team in the A-League, don't really have much money to be going and making these big signings. But we've gone, I wouldn't say a big one, but this man on the ball now, Adam Armstrong, I have a lot of faith in him in the future. So I'm really looking forward to using him, see what he's like. Tried to dink one over the top there for him from Sarpong, but didn't quite work. So yeah, I think he came from an English side. Can't quite remember who it was. I think it was possibly a League One team. But it's nice now to have an out-and-out striker in the squad rather than having to play someone like Bolavasia or even McGlinchey, Redenton, Alex Rufer, you know, playing one of those cams, I guess. It is nicer now to go as he draws a foul straight away. Nicer to have that out-and-out striker who's going to be up there. Hopefully he can finish off some chances as well. I mean, we haven't struggled to score goals lately a little bit. Yeah, we have struggled, but I think that's just, at the moment, I think it's just been some good defence. And I guess the setup play hasn't been too great. So, but obviously with that signing, it does mean someone needs to be dropped in our very strong midfield. Well, it does have more depth now, and obviously it is nice that we can go and move some things around as well, because midfield we've got at the moment probably is your stock standard midfield that you would expect. So you've got McGlinchey, you've got Bolavasia, and Riera kind of anchoring the midfield just in front of that back four. So definitely a lot of options there. Obviously Rodriguez is not playing as well, who's had a pretty good season so far, banged in 4 goals for me, but it'll be interesting to see how our new signing Armstrong does go. I mean, he's got plenty, you know, even though he is playing as that out-and-out striker, you know, he doesn't have to go and score all the goals. We've got, obviously, a lot of talent in Krishna and Sarpong on our wings. So, I mean, if he can go and feed them, if they can feed him, we could be in for a lot of goals from this Phoenix side, hopefully, going forward into the future. So that is the big major signing that we have made. Basically, all the transfer funds are gone now. He cost me, I think, close to $1 million, which, you know, may not seem like a much, but for the Phoenix, that is a lot. That is almost all of our transfer budget now allocated away to that one player. So I was still trying to sign a couple of free agents. We're still a little bit short in the defensive areas, but I'm probably going to end up using someone like Manny Muscat as a centre-back, or maybe even Riera can drop back there if needed, if one of Sigmund or Durante end up getting injured. Ooh, I thought there was a chance. Chance for Krishna at the far post, but couldn't quite get there. So Tom Doyle was actually playing today instead of that man I did just mention, Manny Muscat. Really going and trying to bring out a bit of youth. Riera, I don't think I've seen him score a goal for the Phoenix. I think he's one of those guys. The Phoenix actually have a lot of them now that I think about it. A lot of guys that don't often score goals. Like, I mean, defenders you can understand. But a lot of midfielders, like a lot of holding midfielders who just don't score goals whatsoever. Like Vinny Leah, obviously, he scored one earlier this season against Perth, which was actually the winner. It's got us up 3-2 in the end. But like that's one of his first goals that he scored in a long time. Another one, Manny Muscat, the guy who we were talking about, he's like the talk of the episode today. Obviously, he plays now, and I think he started his career as a fullback, possibly. But he has been used quite effectively as a holding midfielder, as Krishna rips one from a long way out, but can't quite manage to go and get it on. But he has been used as a holding midfielder, and he's the same, doesn't score many goals. He scored, like, from the whole time I've seen him, well, I've watched him play for the Knicks, I think he's only scored 2. Like, don't quote me on that, but I can only remember 2 goals from him. Riera is another one. Vinny Leah, who I mentioned earlier. So there are a lot of players, but I guess you know, it's a good and a bad thing. It obviously heaps a bit of pressure on, you know, your strikers and I guess your advanced midfielders to really go and try and, I guess, make up for that lack of goals in that defensive midfield area. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think the Phoenix and ourselves, you know, both in this career mode and in real life, there are plenty of options. Like, there's plenty of goal-scoring options. There's not going to be a guy who's going to go out score you 15 goals in a season for the Knicks. They just don't really have, I guess, that out-and-out striker who is going to go and get you all those goals. You know, it's shared around. The wingers will get some. Sarpong, I don't think has scored yet, but he's due. Christian's got some. McGlinchey's obviously got some. Bolavasia got a brace the other week. I'm just trying to think. Obviously, Vinny Leah's got some this season. So it definitely is shared around. And I think that there, when you're having, I guess, not the issue of having defensive guys, like defensive-minded midfielders, not scoring goals very often, it kind of puts you at ease because, you know, if you're an out-and-out striker and your team's not scoring goals, your defensive midfielders aren't really going and getting, you know, creating those opportunities or making those opportunities and finishing those opportunities, it would put a lot of pressure on yourself. You'd be like, man, we've got to score, you know, we've got to do this, got to do that. But I don't think at the end of the day, you know, you don't want to be putting too much pressure on yourself. I think it's when you put too much pressure on yourself, that's when things start to go wrong. Oh, things might go wrong here. Offside? Surely he was offside. No? He was on. Interesting. Good thing he was on his weak foot. But that's just my opinion anyway. And that's like, you know, with majority of the videos, a lot of things that I say, they obviously are just my opinion. You guys don't have to agree with them. You may think they're wrong, you may think they're right, kind of thing. And, you know, it is hard. And I guess with not, because I try and watch like as many games as possible, but, you know, there probably is some die-hard fans out there that, you know, watch every game or go to every game that they can possible, kind of thing. So they'll be able to tell me wrong. But, you know, just the time, I don't really have the time. Oh, so you pull up that foul. The assistant pulls up that foul, but not the offside. So coming back, free kick in a dangerous position. Finkler has been, I think he's scored quite a few goals this season. A lot from set pieces as well. Mahez, I don't know that guy. I don't know if he actually plays for the Victory or if he has a transfer. So Armstrong hasn't really had the impact that I was looking for to date so far. We have had a few good chances, but nothing, you know, nothing outstanding. So hopefully we can go and change that. As the Victory, well, no, they're away from home, so they probably won't go and push for the win, but you never know. He just needs that chance, just that one chance. I think it's like Sarpong, you know. Sarpong is a quality player, and he hasn't got that goal yet, but I think once he gets one, well, I don't think he's got a goal yet. You know, I'm not 100% sure. He may have potentially got one. But, yeah, I think it's one of those things where, you know, just like with any sport, it's just a confidence thing. And I think once he gets that first one, you know, he'll have that monkey off his back, shall we say, and it'll just be all go from there. Fingers crossed, so. Oh, that's too long. That's far too long. Still settling into life is Mr. Adam Armstrong in the Phoenix. Playing for you. I think he played for Gillingham? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was a League 1 team. Don't think it was League 2. But yeah, he's apparently got a lot of potential, so. As does this guy, McGlinchey. Whoo! Beautiful. Tucks that one in. Dinks past a few defenders and then just finesse into the right-hand corner. And that is going to put the Knicks up 1-0 against the league leaders, Melbourne Victory. So if we can go and hang on for these last 7 minutes, we are going to make up a bit of ground. I think currently sitting third after I had a loss not too long ago against Adelaide. Jesus, that's a ripper of a shot. He's got pretty good long shots. I haven't really looked at his stats too much in depth, but 66 overall, only 18 years old. So definitely, as I said, a lot of potential, a lot of growth that we can hopefully go and try and get out of him, you know, in the future. So, oh, Sarpong, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. McGlinchey with the ball to find him. Oh, we are playing some beautiful football. We got that first one, and then it's kind of like the floodgates are opening. And I guess it's a bit the same for this. Like, there have been plenty of games where I've just grinded out 1-0 victories, but there's been plenty of games where I've scored early, like scored in the first 10 minutes, and then the floodgates have just opened. So, again, I think it's just that confidence thing. We'll get that away, and that should be enough. It is enough to secure the Phoenix a win against a Victory. So a big 3 points that is at home for the Knicks. Adam Armstrong making his debut. Made, you know, he was fairly decent. It'll be interesting to see how he performs going forward in the future. But anyway, guys, do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter. Links to that can be found down below in the description. Hope you guys are having a good weekend so far. Thank you for watching. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Don Bradman Cricket batting career. Make sure you do not miss that.